Alright, I figured just for funsies, I'll do another collection showcase video, and you see it back right here by me, what it is, if you can make it out. But what I'm going to show you guys today are my collection of PSP UMD movies or UMD videos, whatever. They kind of flip flop the name on them a little bit. Basically, what they are TV series, movies, sometimes concerts, and music videos that they released on PSP UMDs or Universal Media Discs. And I have probably about, I don't know, 15 ish, maybe a little more than that, maybe a little less than that. I haven't really ever counted. But I'm just going to show you guys what I have today and talk about some of the ones I would like to own, but probably not going to because I don't like to spend a whole ton of money on these, with the exception of one because it's kind of expensive either way for a UMD, but luckily it was paid for with store credit, so we'll get into that in a second. But to start off, the first one, since I have it in my lap, since the stack's kind of big. Um, Now some of these I have gotten autographed, and I will tell you little bits, little nuggets and bits about what I remember about when I got these signed. The first one is Children of the Corn, and if you can see, it is signed by John Franklin, who is Isaac, and Courtney Gaines, who is Malachi, I believe is his name, or something like that. I think it's Malachi. Let me check. Let me make sure I'm right. I think I'm right. Um, yeah. Okay. I haven't seen the movie in a while. That's why I wanted to check. So, funny thing was, this was a while ago. I've had this autograph for a long time. I got it at the flea market from a guy I usually go to. I used to go to a lot, but I haven't went to his booth in a long time. But he had it up on eBay. I told him to bring it in, and I just buy it at his booth because it'd be easier than shipping it. I told him why I was doing it, and I think it was his son that brought it in. Um, so he brought it in, we bought it, and then I think it was like a couple weeks later, we went to the Horror Hound convention in Sharonville, Ohio. Um, and we get up there to, I can't remember if it was Courtney or if it was John Franklin, but and one of the volunteers or whatever was like, whoever it was, whatever actor it was like, what is this? And I was explaining it to him, and the volunteer or the handler person was like, "Oh yeah, I remember the PSP put movies out. I didn't even know this was on the UMD format." And I was like, "Neither did I until like a couple weeks ago." And whoever it was, whatever actor was like I said, I can't remember who said. I think it was Courtney, but I can't remember. But he was like, "I know I've never signed this before, so this is the first time I've ever signed this kind of format." So I thought that's pretty cool that this was the first time he's ever signed one that he said that he could remember. So I would assume he probably never signed one before, but I don't know. It's just kind of a little oddball thing to have in the collection. Now, quality wise on these, they're DVD quality, so they're not like super great, but they're not terrible. Especially if you're watching them on the PSP screen, it's not terrible. But if you're watching them on a TV with like component or the HDMI options that are out there, it's kind of noticeable. The colors are a bit off, and the saturation's a bit off, and the contrast is a bit off. But other than that, it's still a pretty fun format to collect for. So yeah, like I thought that was pretty funny. Um, I'll save this one for last, since this one has the most like cool story to it. I'll save that one for last. But this next one is Happy Gilmore, and I believe this is the special edition, like DVD version of it. I believe this has, uh, yeah, some of them came with inserts. Not all of them did, but some of them did. And I'll show you what the insert looks like with this. It basically tells you how to operate it and all that stuff. I don't know why all of them didn't, only some of them did. Um, but yeah, in case you're wondering what a UMD looks like, I've had this one for a while. I was going to get this signed in a couple weeks by Shooter, but he canceled. So, um, but he canceled for GalaxyCon, so I won't be able to get this signed, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Honestly, I'd rather get it signed by Adam Sandler if I ever could, but I highly doubt I'll ever get the opportunity to meet Adam Sandler, but you never know. But here's what it looks like. There's the front, and I forgot to show you the back of Eternal Corn, but there's the back of that one. And, oh, this is kind of a funny story, but here's the like 2000s Punisher movie by the played by Thomas Jane, and it actually is autographed by Punisher himself. I think, yeah, he kind of wrote it that way. So there you go. So funny thing was, we were in Knoxville, Tennessee for Fanboy Expo, and this was a couple years back. I think it was during COVID or just like right after COVID when you still had to use masks at conventions and stuff. Um, but he came down to sign it because the picture we got with him, he was still like sitting up on his behind his like table or whatever. So I really want to get a better photo with him, but he was supposed to be at Lexington, but he canceled, so that sucks. But anyway, so funny thing was, when he came down, I put the couple things up I had because at the time this is the only format I had the Punisher on was this. My brother has the DVD. Now I have the 4K, so I really want to get that signed someday by him if I can. Um, but so he comes down, put him up on the table. Of course, had the artwork taken out, and he saw the PS3 game. He signed it, and I was like, "Hey, I love that game." And then he pulled this artwork over, and he looked at it. He's like, "What the hell is this?" And I was like, "It's the Punisher movie that you were in." He's like, "Yeah, but what is it? What is it on? What is it for?" I was like, "It's for the PlayStation Portable." He's like, "Is it the actual movie?" I was like, "Yeah, it's the actual movie like, on a little mini disc, basically." He's like, do you have the thing with you?" I'm like, "No, but I have the disc." So I showed him the disc. He's like, "Wow, that's crazy, man." He's like, "I've never signed this before." So that was pretty cool. I wish I would have brought my PSP with me, um, but I didn't. Um, I was going to if he was going to be there. If he wanted to cancel, I was going to bring it and show it to him again because he asked about seeing it. But it is what it is. Um, so yeah, another cool little piece to have in my signed autograph stuff collection. Oh yeah, this one's kind of a weird. I don't have a weird story with this one, but it's actually a pretty hard to find UMD. And this is Cowboy Bebop Session 1. Basically, like the first, I think it's like 3 or 4 episodes or something of Bebop. This is the only one they released on UMD. Cool thing is, though, mine actually has the Ein sticker. A lot of times these are missing. So I got that for a really good price on Double Jump Video Games website. I caught them slipping. They only wanted like $22 for this or something like that, and it sells for around 40 to 50, sometimes even 60. I think more of it was sealed, so pretty cool thing to have in my collection. I should have gotten this signed by Steve Bloom the last time I met him, but I didn't. I just got um my Spike like print sign that came with the Blu-ray set I have. So maybe next time I meet Steve Bloom, I'll bring this with me and get it signed. So there's that, and of course, where's that? But it's that. See if I can find it. That's down here. I also have the movie. You guys will see that later. But these all got messed up when I brought them over. Because I have these in like somewhat of an order, but they all kind of got discombobulated. But here's Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. Now this is, I really do enjoy this movie. I love this movie. I have it on 4K as well. But I got this. I've had this one for years. I got this at like Buybacks Entertainment years and years ago. Um, so yeah, does this have an insert? No, I couldn't remember if that one had an insert or not. I didn't think it did. Freddy versus Jason. I was going to get this signed by um, Freddy Krueger or Robert Englund, but I decided not to because his autograph was already pretty expensive, and I was already getting a bunch of stuff signed. So I wanted to save my wife some money. If I ever get another chance to meet him, I'll get it signed. But yeah, it was pretty cool. When I did get to meet him, he's a super nice guy. Um, I actually got a free autograph from him too. It, at the end of the video, I'll go pull it out and show you guys the free autograph I got. But he was super cool. He signed my NES copy of Nightmare on Elm Street, and he signed, I think, the first Nightmare Laserdisc I have, and the standard DVD collection of the Nightmare movies I have, and then the free autograph. So yeah, Freddy vs. Jason, classic movie. I think there's an insert with this one. Nope, no insert. Ooh, but it has one of the movies that you haven't seen yet that I have. You'll see that soon now. Oh, this one's really cool. It sucks. This is the only thing I have of He-Man and Masters of the Universe best of. Uh, like top 5 episodes, volume 1. But if you look really, really close, you can see a signature on there. And the signature is of Alan Oppenheimer, who is the voice of Skeletor. So I got to meet Skeletor, and it was really cool. Um, he was a really nice dude, and it was just really cool. I was like, man, this is mind blowing. Because I've been watching He-Man since I was a little kid, with my older brothers. We were both kids. I grew up watching He-Man with him, and he watched it way before I even did. Sorry, I'm getting kind of choked up here. But yeah, that was super cool to meet him. He was like, I don't think I've ever signed this before, and he just signed it really small, and he's in his like 80s or 90s, so he's getting out there, man. But getting it signed was still pretty cool. And then I got volume 2 as well. I believe I got that signed too. Yeah, you can barely see it, but since this background is green, it's really hard to see. But it's definitely on there. Yeah, there you go. You can see it right by Man at Arms pants. I keep forgetting to do the backs for you guys, but there's the back, and here's the back of this one. Little Battle Cat action there. I keep forgetting to show the backs of these for you guys, but they're just basically DVD backs. Yeah, Ren and Stimpy Show Volume 1. But this one, I got signed by Billy West, and I just met him again last week. Super cool dude, by the way. If you guys get a chance to meet Billy West, he's super nice. Um, but yeah, you can see Billy West, happy, happy, joy, joy on there. So, and of course, when he was signing these, he did do Ren and Stimpy's voice. Actually, both times I met him, this past time and the time I got this sign. So, yeah, it's super cool to just like see a voice actor do the voice of a character you grew up like listening to and watching. Super cool. Super cool dude too. Here's Cowboy Bebop the movie. This one does have a movie insert. But here's Cowboy Bebop the movie. I think this movie's it's okay. It's not great, but it's a nice little companion to the Cowboy Bebop show, I guess. But timeline wise, I have no idea when this takes place. I forget when it does. If it takes place like before the series ends or after, which it really can't take place after. I can't remember. Someone can correct me in the comments. But if you don't know how Bebop ends, I'm not gonna spoil it. But basically, if it takes place after, it doesn't make sense. But I'm pretty sure it's like right before. Really, it probably has no canonical value to Bebop the story, but it's still a pretty good action movie for what it is. So, and I have the really rare steelbook as well. So, yeah. Yeah, I kind of regret not getting this one signed when I met RoboCop, but it is what it is. But here's RoboCop, and there's another advert in here for more movies. Um, I believe this is the uncut version, if I remember correctly. Um, I'll show you guys the advert for this one. But here's the advert, and adverts like Terminator, Species, or whatever the hell that is. I think that's what it is. Mad Max, and whatever that other movie is. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I just saw this yesterday at Arcade Legacy when I was there. It's like $12 too. I'm glad I picked it up. My wife wanted this one. Yeah, this one has an insert. Since she's a fan of Ghostbusters, I'm not a big fan of Ghostbusters. I like it. It's just, it's all right. But first Ghostbusters movie, I do like this artwork. I like the green aesthetic and the Ghostbusters logo. I have met Winston or Ernie Hudson. We were gonna get this signed, but we decided just get the 4K signed. So if we ever get to meet him again, I might bring this to get it signed, just because it's something weird to get signed. But yeah, another cool thing. We kind of, you know. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003, I believe. It's basically the remake of Texas Chainsaw. Uh, this movie scared the shit out of me when I first watched it, but it's a really good movie. I want to own it on Blu-ray, but I might have to get the Canadian import like double feature pack that has Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning unrated on it, just that like space save. So yeah, really cool movie. I don't know if this has an insert. No, but it does adverts. Freddy versus Jason and Blade and Butterfly Effect on the inside cover art. This next one. I got this. Where did I buy this? I think I got this off of eBay for like $8 sealed. But Star Trek Nemesis. But it is signed by Brent Spiner, or if you don't know who that is. Commander Data, if you're not a Star Trek nerd like me, but he was super cool when I got this sign. He was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Oh, it's the movie on a like PlayStation portable disc." He's like, "Oh, that's weird." He's like, "I know I've never signed this before." He's like, "Yeah, I'll just sign it like right by Patrick Stewart since you'll probably never meet Patrick Stewart." He's like, he doesn't do cons that much. That's literally what he told me. So, I mean, he would know. So, and there is an insert in here as well, but I'm not going to show you guys that. Ooh, it's getting kind of top heavy. Kind of top heavy here. Oh, this is probably one of my favorite action movies. This is one of my very first UMD movies I think I got. But Speed, Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock, Dennis Hopper. Classic movie. Classic movie. I don't have to explain what Speed is. Everyone knows what this is. I would love to get this signed by Keanu. I don't think I'll ever get to meet Keanu, but I've heard he's a super sweet dude. I would love to meet him though. And you guys saw this yesterday, but Halloween, I will be getting this signed by John Carpenter and maybe Nick Castle at some point if I get to meet him again. I've met Nick Castle before. He's super nice guy too. I don't think there's no. It's just an inside cover art. Like there you go. Nothing crazy, but so the last thing I'm going to show you guys before I go grab the free autograph for that I got from Robert England. I'm just trying to stack some of these up so when I go put them back, I can do it all in one go. But this one is probably the coolest UMD in my collection, in my opinion, because it is signed by every single Aqua Teen Hunger Force member, Master Shake, Frylock, and Meatwad. He also does Carl and Ignignon as well. Basically, Dave Willis, Dana Snyder, and Carrie Means. I also got signed by Andy Morell, who does the voice of Oglethorpe, one of the Plutonians, the fat German sounding one, the orange one, basically. So yeah, this one's really special to me. I'm never getting rid of this one. Super cool. Um, and as you'll see, the front artwork is covered in signatures and little doodles from Shake, Frylock, and where did Dave sign? I think Dave signed on the back. I think, but here you go. Pretty cool. Carrie drew the little Frylock, and you can see Andy's signature. I believe Dave. Yeah, he wrote right on the back by the barcode. And it was funny when I got this. This was the first time I met Dana. When I got this signed, he saw it. He was like, "Why the hell would you buy this?" Because he knew what it was, and I was like, "I don't know. I just thought it was cool, man." And he's like, "How much you pay for it?" I'm like, I don't know. I've had it for years. I know I got it from Half Price Books." He's like, "Well, it better not have been like more than like $5, $10. I was like, "It's probably like $10 or $12. I don't know." And he was just ripping me for having this, and it was just super funny, man. Um, yeah, it was super cool to get this signed by everybody. Um, it wasn't all at one time. Like Shake was the first one to sign it, and then God, when was it? It was January of like 2020. 3 or 4 that we first met Dave and Carrie, and then they signed it, and then I believe Andy signed it the same time Dana did. I'm pretty sure he was at the same convention. It was a guy. I met these guys all at GalaxyCon. If you guys want to go to a really good fucking convention, GalaxyCon is freaking amazing. They always get super cool people, like actors, voice actors, comic book people, even some like YouTube people sometimes. Nobody I ever know, but whatever. Um, and Lexington was pretty cool too. Not gonna lie, like Lexington was pretty cool. But yeah, this is honestly probably the coolest thing. I have my PSP collection. That's like never going anywhere because it's signed by everybody that that I could possibly want to sign. I guess the last person I would want to sign it would be which is because like he's on the front cover. But I don't know if Malinaro, however you say his last name, does conventions. So maybe I'll ask Dana when I see him in Richmond, which would be fun. Because he always rips both of us, my wife and I, when we see him. He acts like he hates us, but he doesn't. I know he really enjoys seeing us. Let me go grab the other signature real quick, and I'll put these back as well. Alright, that was kind of an way to put all this back, but I got done with it. But here's the last thing I got signed for free. This was given to me by Robert himself. Because the funny thing was, I was wearing a Mortal Kombat shirt, and he noticed that. He's like, "Oh, you like Mortal Kombat?" He's like, "You know the game Injustice?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know that game." He's like, "Have you played it?" I'm like, "Nah, not really." I was like, "I played a little bit, but not much." He's like, "Well, if you didn't know, I do the voice of Scarecrow on there." And I was like, "Oh, cool, really?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give you this print of Scarecrow, and I'm gonna sign it for you." So there you go. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Injustice 2 or Injustice, but it is pretty cool nonetheless. So I'm gonna slide this back in our folder we have of signed stuff. If you guys do want to see that at some point, let me know in the comments, and we'll go through like all our autographed stuff we have. Yeah. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Sorry it was a little bit of a late video tonight, but I was sitting here thinking, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do this as a fun video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. This has been Rolling with Kevin, and I'm rolling out. Peace.